Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matt from Matt's Rad Show. Thanks for joining me on this episode here. I'm in a really cool spot in Minneapolis here. Actually, probably one of the coolest spots I think I've been to in what is technically still, I believe, the downtown Minneapolis area. I am near a place called Dinkytown, which is basically on the campus, if you will, of University of Minnesota. Yeah, and it's right downtown here. So, the reason I've come here, though, is to take a look at something called the Witch's Hat Tower. And it's pretty cool. I've been wanting to come down here for a while. It's just been really cold. We finally got a nice day out here in Minnesota. Look at this thing, you guys. Kabam! Dude, this thing is no joke. But it was built in 1913 as a water tower, because this hill that we're on is actually supposedly, it is the biggest hill in the downtown Minneapolis area, so we're at the highest place in Minneapolis. It was used as a water tower all that time from 1913 to like the 50s, I think, 1950, I think. I might be wrong on my history there, but I think it was used up until that time. And then they redid it, and they decided to see if they could have bands perform up at the top. They almost plowed over this park too for a while, I think, I read, and this neighborhood too, because they were gonna build a road through it or something, I'm not sure. And the neighborhood band together though, and they said, no way, this thing is a historical building, historical structure, so it's now on the National Register for Historical Places, and it should be. It's really cool. I've never seen a tower like this. So downtown Minneapolis, the highest point, there is a witch's tower, and it's not made, it wasn't made for witches or anything like that. It's just got what looks like a witch's hat on top of it, which was like the Gothic style structure that the original architect enjoyed and liked, and so he put the witch's hat on top of it. And it's pretty unique. I don't think I've ever seen another tower like it. There's some folklore behind this tower. Just after they kind of redid it, made it kind of a cool park and stuff, which was in the 50s sometimes. They had bandstand up there in the tower, on the top of the tower. They had a bandstand up there, and I guess the first time they had a band come and play, the band was so tired by the time they got up to the top, lugging all their instruments up there, that they couldn't play. So seems like they could have just rested for a bit and then played, I guess, but that's the story I heard. And also then I heard that the tower got hit by lightning, and then it probably fried the electric or whatever was going on, or something. So they decided to put the kibosh on that. So no more bands play up there, or have played since that one time. I think the one time only that band played. It is only open one day out of the year. They only open this one day out of the year, which is not today. If it was today, there would be a line going all the way down to the end of the park there, because a lot of people come out to check it out, and to get up to the top and to see it. It's got a beautiful, even at the bottom of it, it's got a beautiful picturesque panoramic view of Minneapolis area. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. So if you're ever in the Minneapolis area, come to this park, look up Witch's Tower, Witch's Hat Tower, I think, on your GPS, and they'll take you right here. Some other cool folklore, though, about this tower, which I think is the most unique part about this, is that in the 1950s, I believe it was actually 1959 and 1960, many of you know that Bob Dylan was from Minnesota. He lived most of his life, I think, up in the Duluth area, but for about a year and a half or so, he was down here in Minneapolis, in Dinkytown, which is just a few blocks down that way, and he went to school here at the University of Minnesota. And supposedly, the stories go that he used to come to this park a lot, and he used to pen music and write poetry and stuff like that. And of course, all of you guys know his song All Along The Watchtower. Well, legend has it that he penned that song right here, where I'm about to show you. Now, that song was put on an album, I think, in the mid-60s, around 1966, 67, I think. And he would have been here, like I said, 1959, 1960. So maybe he penned it and just sat on it for 5-6 years. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody can confirm if that's the truth or not. But it's kind of a fun legend, isn't it? That Bob Dylan, he did live down here for a year and a half in this area. And you can see this Witch's Tower from just about any place in Dinkytown. It just pops up on the highway, on the road, anywhere. Like I said, it's the highest point, so it's very visible. So he would have seen it. He would have been thinking about it when he was down here. And there was at least a huge folk scene in that area in the time, and so he got into those types of songs and that type of music at that time. So it's really cool. So we're up here now, so let's take a look at this thing. It's really cool. Wow, it is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. This thing is huge. I need to go stand next to it so you can see how big it is. So as you can see, this thing is huge. I mean, it's gigantor. I mean, it's not the biggest thing I've ever seen or anything like that, but it's a lot bigger when you get up close to it than you realize. There's a guy over here. I wonder if he's writing music like Bob Dylan did. It's in pretty good shape still. The paint's cracking a little bit, nothing too major. It's in pretty good shape. Man, that is not a bad spot to pen a song or to just hang out. Look at this view. I mean, this is beautiful. That's all of Minneapolis there that you can see. This is so cool. That is downtown Minneapolis. There's the old Vikings. New Viking Stadium there. Super Bowl. That's where the Super Bowl's gonna be. I am crushing where the Super Bowl will be this year. I am crushing the Super Bowl. I am crushing the Super Bowl. Here's a bit of information. Prospect Park Water Tower. The Witch's Hat Water Tower was designed by Norwegian architect Frederick William Cappelen and constructed by the city of Minneapolis in 1913, occupying the highest natural land area in Minneapolis. The water tower was built to improve water pressure in the homes of Prospect Park residents. The tower was decommissioned in 1952, but has been preserved as a significant part of the city's history. The Witch's Hat Water Tower and Tower Hill Park are listed in the National Registry of Historic Places. Pretty cool. It's a cool park. It's got light posts and stuff. Nice little windy trail all the way down, wraps around it. The park going up and going down. It's pretty cool. Bit of a treacherous trail down the hill up to the old Witch's Tower. I have noticed that they have chained off the staircases, and I think they just do that in the wintertime to keep people from falling down the staircases in the wintertime. But as you can see, it's a beautiful day out, so no worries about that today. Some graffiti. Vandals. Nature. Bird's nest. Looks like they're trying to stop some dirt from spilling down the hill and erosion. It's not exactly good filming. It's a little icy. It's a little icy walking up here. A little icy walking up here this time of year. But it's a super sweet shot. Alrighty gang, well I guess that's about it for the old Witch's Hat Tower in Minneapolis. Come check it out if you ever get a chance, it's pretty cool. I think fall would be a nice time to visit this. All these trees changing colors in the fall. I'm here in late February and it's still really cool. It's kind of spooky, it's a little spooky, so. But like I said, I didn't find any good haunted stories about this place, but perhaps you know of some. If you do know of some, leave a comment below. If you have any other trivia or any cool things about this location, like I said, leave a comment below. I think it'd be kind of fun to anything you know about this place, about the structure, about the park, about the neighborhood. Leave a comment below. It'd be kind of fun to gather all that info and see what other kind of cool trivia and facts we can come up with together as a community. So anyways, thanks guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me in this little quick episode of Matt's Rad Show with the Witch's Hat Tower. And have yourselves a good day, guys. See you soon. Okay, bye.